Guys, I'm Christy from Blingee Thingee, an online craft store. And so in today's tutorial, I'm just going to be showing you how I took this pair of Jeffree Star Slides that I got off of the Jeffree Star website. And I just added some rhinestones and flatback pearl embellishments to it to just really bling it out and make it just stand out and pop. And I made these for my youngest daughter. She's already seen them. She absolutely loves them. And so in this tutorial, I'll just show you how I did that. Right now I'm going to show you everything that I used for this project. I'll leave links for everything in the description box. You can find everything in my shop, and then I'll leave a link to the Jeffree Star website where you can pick up your pair of slides. I think there's another color. There's a black and white, I think, and then there's also some instead of the star logo on the front. I think it has the word iconic, maybe. Anyway, I'll leave a link for that. I ordered these shoes were about 40 bucks plus shipping, tax. I think they came to about $50. I ordered them on a Monday and had them by Thursday. So the shipping was really, really fast. So I just took, this is a women's size 9, men's size 7. So just to kind of give you an idea of how many rhinestones and pearls and stuff you'll need if you're kind of the same size. So what I used was this yellow wax pincer tool or picker tool to pick up the rhinestones and the pearls. This worked really, really good. Once I got into, I used that mainly for the rhinestones. Once I got into picking up the larger pearls, I tore off some of this, put it on the end of a toothpick, and that was amazing. I love that for picking up the pearls. I used a pair of tweezers when I would place a stone and I wasn't happy with it and I wanted to remove it. The tweezers came in really, really handy. I use the E6000 craft glue, which is what I always use when I'm blinging items out like phone cases or shoes and, you know, stuff like that. So that's awesome. I used one pack of the number 17 mix that I carry in my shop. These mixes are a mixture of both flatback pearls and resin rhinestones. And so this particular color scheme I had went really well with this pair of slides. So it's just got some really pretty pinks and hot pinks and whites. So I used one pack of that. And then because when I'm working on slides, I really like it when there's a lot of the larger size pearls. So instead of going with 2 packs of mixes, which is what I would have normally done, I did 1 pack of mix, and then I threw in a pack of 8mm and 10mm pink AB and white AB into my mix, and I just mixed them together. And that's what I kind of did the sides. You can see that. And they're just really, really pretty. And then here on the front back, on his logo, on the star and the J, what I used were the Jelly AB resin rhinestones, which I just love. And they're so inexpensive, but they're so colorful and cute and sparkly. So what you're mainly seeing in here, all of these really light color stones, these are just a Jelly AB resin, and they're so sparkly and cute. So I used a size 2mm, a 3mm, and a 4mm, and that's what I used when I outlined the star. I also used if I can find it, a 4mm hot pink AB jelly. But you know what? Once I got it on the shoe, I couldn't really tell a big difference between the hot pink and the light pink. So I feel like you could probably just omit that one and just go with the light pink AB jellies. And then the J, you can see it's a lot darker. It's just a regular resin rhinestone in a 4mm, and this is the color dark rose. So that's what I used on the shoe. And it turned out great. Of course, I had lots of rhinestones and stuff left over, and I had this much of the mix when I added the 2 packs of pearls in there with it. I still had this much left over on a women's size 9, men's size 7. So anyway, that's what I used for the project. And now let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is taking my craft syringe, and it already has, I put some E6000 glue inside. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of work on this outline work. And I'm going to start here with this star. I'm just going to do a little section at a time. I'm going to take my yellow wax pencil rhinestone picker tool. I'm going to go in, I think I'm going to try out using a 3mm hot pink AB jelly rhinestone to just kind of outline this star. I think that's going to work out pretty good. And I like when I start a project, if it has outline work that needs to be done, I always like to start with that first. I just feel like it helps the project to just kind of flow a little bit better. So yeah, I'm liking that. That's working out good. So I'm just going to go around all around this star with that 3mm hot pink AB jelly rhinestone. And so I'll just finish this outline of the star, and then I'll come in and start working on this here in the center. Okay, so I finished adding a 3mm all around the outline of this star. Like seriously, this it by itself just looks cute. So you could stop there and just do the other shoe if you just wanted to just very quickly and inexpensively add a little extra sparkle to the shoe. So you could stop there if you want, but I'm not going to because I want to do the entire shoe. So now actually what I'm going to do now, see this little space right here with the lighter pink? I want to go in and hit all of those smaller light pink areas, and I'm going to go in with a 2mm light pink AB jelly rhinestone, and I'm going to fill in these smaller spaces, and then I'll come back and I'll finish the rest of it. Okay, so I have all of the line work done on this first shoe, and honestly, you could like just stop your project right here and have like a really just nice addition to the shoes. But I'm going to continue on. I'm going to go back in now with mainly a 4mm light pink AB jelly, and I'm going to just fill in all of this light pink area that we have left in the star. Okay, so I finished doing all of the outside of the star and all on the inside, and you could actually just stop your project right there. But what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and just add rhinestones and pearls all the way around and all on the sides. So what I've done is I took 1 pack of the mixes, and then I also took 1 pack of 10mm pearls in the ABs, and then 1 pack of 8mm, and I just kind of mixed it in with my mix because I wanted some more bigger pearls in there. So now this is what I'm going to take and just go all around the sides of the shoes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to lean this slide, I'm going to lay it on its side. That way when I'm doing the actual side of it, the pearls and rhinestones don't start like sliding down. Because I did notice that one time I did a pair of slides, and when you're kind of laying your shoe like that, the stones and rhinestones will slide down. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some E6000 glue on the side, and then I'm going to start adding some rhinestones and pearls. And then I'll just, once I kind of do this, I'll let this part just kind of sit there for a minute and dry just a little bit, so while that glue is wet, my big pearls and stuff don't start sliding down and fall off. Now I'm going to switch over to this little thing. It's a little wax square, and I just tore off a little bit and put it on the end of a toothpick because I have noticed that it works really, really good for picking up those bigger pearls. So I'm going to kind of go with that a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of randomly start placing the different items from the mix. And like I said, I just kind of mixed in some more 8mm and 10mm pearls because I feel like, especially on these slides, it just looks really pretty when there's a lot more of the bigger pearls on there. I just personally like that. So, but I still want a nice little mix of rhinestones and pearls in different colors and different sizes. But it's totally up to you, whatever your preference is, whatever you like. This is just what I wanted to do on this pair of shoes. And I feel like this mix goes really, really pretty with the light pink and hot pink that was already on the shoe. It just blends really nice. So now when I'm placing these, I want to make sure that I'm placing them pretty close together. I don't want a lot of space in between. So, and then as long as that glue is still wet, I can actually move the stones and the pearls around and slide them. So sometimes I see where little spaces are, and so I'll just move everything around and then just squeeze in some more rhinestones and pearls. That way everything stays really, really close together. So this little gadget here, this is what I love to use when I'm working with the bigger size pearls. You'll notice, if you're new to this, you'll notice and understand what I'm saying is that some tools pick up the rhinestones better, and then other tools pick up like the pearls and stuff better. And so for me, I like to use my yellow wax pencil when I'm working with the rhinestones. I just feel like that picks them up really nice. And then when I get to the bigger pearls, I like to use this tool. And they're both super cheap, so they're very affordable. And then I just want to make sure that I'm really kind of mixing everything up really nice, getting a nice variety of colors and sizes and all of that. So now see, if you're new to this, you can kind of see this little space right in there. Now I want to go in there and just fill that. And that just really kind of closes everything in really nice. Now I'm just kind of switching in between my yellow wax pencil and then my little toothpick that I have that wax square on. I also have another video. I did a pair of Nike slides, so it's a little bit more in depth, a little bit more detailed. So you can always go back and kind of watch that one too if you need a little bit more in-depth tutorial. I just feel like I've already done a pair of slides, so I didn't want to keep like saying the same thing over and over and over. But I did just kind of want to show you the process if you wanted to embellish your Jeffree Star Slides. And then if I kind of see some places that need some glue, I can always just use my tube of glue, or I can kind of go in with my craft syringe. And if it gets to where you can't slide your rhinestones around, then that means that you need to start applying some more glue. Because if you don't have enough glue, your stones and your pearls and stuff, they're not going to stick anyway. They won't stay. So you definitely want to make sure that you're applying enough glue. That's super important. And then you'll notice too, when you're working with these bigger size pearls, it makes like the time that you have to actually work on a project go by a lot faster, because you're covering a larger space than when you're just working with a bunch of little tiny stones. It takes more time to do all of that. So that's another reason why it's kind of nice to work with those bigger size pearls. You get done a lot faster. Plus I just really like the way that they look. So I'm just going to keep filling this side, and then I'm going to let it dry for a minute before I actually lay the shoe down and fill in that top part, because I just don't want these rhinestones and pearls that I've just put on here sliding off because the glue's still wet. And again, these bigger size pearls, these are a 10mm and an 8mm. That's what size they are. Some people even like to use a 12mm. That works too. Okay, so now I'm just going to let this part of it dry. I'm just going to keep it standing up right here, and then I'll kind of lay it down and I will finish the rest of the shoe.